Hello. So here we are again in my living room. I just had the most profound, incredible experience that I had to tell you about. And I don't even know where to start. So I think I'll just start here. So there was an event that was advertised for a long time, and I just kind of I never really opened up to the possibility, so then I never opened up to the desire to go. But wow, I think it was like 2 weeks ago, I was reading the text and about this event, and all of a sudden I said out loud, I just said out loud, I want to go there. And then it was like I started to cry. Like there was this deep, just these tears that were coming from my heart. Like I wanted to go there. So then I thought, well, if that isn't the voice of my heart, I don't know what is. So I reached out and I said to myself, open to the possibility of this, because your heart that voice was so strong within you. So, I said yes, and I went. I am so incredibly grateful that I went. I'm so grateful that I listened to my heart. And I think that's where I want to start here. That's what I really, really, really want to emphasize, is that it really often doesn't even make sense. But if we're quiet enough within, we can hear our heart, and our heart knows the way. It absolutely knows the way. And it's so not easy to trust that sometimes. So all the reasons why I thought it was impossible and hadn't even opened up to the idea of going, when I said yes, it was amazing how everything began to dissolve, just like literally dissolve, and the path was just opened up for me to go. So this event was with horses, and I didn't grow up with horses. My mom did. She loved them. She rode them since she was little, but I lived in town. And but whatever it was pulling me, I listened. And this was really one of the most profound experiences. And that horse medicine is inside of me right now. And it's going to take too long. So I'm just going to do a few of these here in my living room series about the horses, because what I experienced and what I learned, and I'm still learning, I just want to share with you. So since I'm here talking about the voice of the heart, I invite you just to be still enough to just listen to the little tugs here and there, like the little nudges that say, do this, do that. For instance, when I got back from this trip, the next day, when you're away, even if it's just for a weekend, a lot of things pile up, and there was a lot piled up. like, you should have seen my house. And, but it was a beautiful fall day. I mean, it's gorgeous here. And it's getting to be towards, the season's about ready to change. And I knew that there was this, you pick flower garden that I could go pick flowers that day. In fact, I could do it the rest of the week. But this moment, it was like, I want to go pick flowers. And so I mean, I questioned for just a moment, and then I went. And I'm out in that garden. It's almost like, at first glance, it looks like there's no flowers left. But when you walk into when I walked in there, it's like, oh, there's so many beautiful flowers. And I have to show you because I brought these. These beautiful, I hope you can see them. I mean, I picked so many beautiful gladiolas. Oh my gosh. And I was thrilled. I'm like, oh my gosh. If I hadn't come in this moment, if I would come the next day, first of all, the next day I think it was raining. Anyway, it was not like this moment, this day was the perfect day to go to this flower garden. And I picked a big bucket of flowers for a fraction of the price. I filled my house with beautiful flowers, and it's just so amazing. Okay, so it's a really simple story about just listening to the little things. And you can talk yourself out of those little things all the time. But I want to tell you, that experience with the horses that I went to, that I said yes to, it was so profound. And I'm so grateful I listened to my heart. If I hadn't listened to my heart, and I hadn't gone to that experience, I would never know what I missed. And when we listen to our heart, we get to experience the best of the best. We really do. Our heart is meant to guide us. Our heart was created before our brain. Our sweet, beautiful, incredible brain is meant to follow the lead of our heart. And it can't until we're in touch with our heart. And we give our consent, our free will to the will of what our heart wants, what our heart is speaking to us. So in closing, I invite you with all of my heart to be still enough to listen to your own heart. And be surprised. Be surprised at how amazing it is to just follow that lead. How even the tiniest things, like the path is golden under your feet, and your heart knows that golden path. And trust me, there's so many times when it seems so illogical and so like, don't do that. Like it's foolish, and it's not. It's the wisest thing you can ever do. And before I close my message, I just wanted you to know that this event that I went to was created by Kaya Ra, the author of the Sophia Code. And the reason that she wanted to create an experience with horses was because she had been through so many atrocities and so much trauma in her life. And it was the horses that were integral in bringing her to her own heart and healing those places within her that were so wounded. She didn't know if they would ever heal. And after experiencing my experience, which was just one experience, not one day experience with the horses, I have a glimpse of how this horse medicine can open your heart so wide and has so much to say to help us. So also, I just want to remind you again that I am starting Sophia Circle Journeys and November 1st. And this is really the reason, is because there's no other way but the way of your heart. And that book is a love letter to humanity. And that book says in every imaginable way it could ever say, follow your heart, open to your heart, you're worthy, you're divine, and your path is golden under your feet. Just surrender to grace, surrender to the love that you are, and know that your heart has you. Your heart has you. Your heart knows, and if you're interested at all, reach out to me about the Sophia Code. Theresa at theresagooch.com. You can just send me a little email, and let's just talk, because I'm so excited to end 2022 walking chapter by chapter with the Sophia Code and sharing our hearts together, heart to heart. There's just nothing more powerful. And to begin 2023, it's a 13-week course, so or 13-week journey. It's not a course. Believe me, I am not teaching you anything. Your heart's teaching you it all. So anyway, I love you so much. And thank you just for being with me. It's been fun for me just to sit in my living room and pretend you're here. And and I truly have more stories. Like, I haven't even barely touched. I guess it felt right just to we're starting with our heart. We're starting with that voice, and you've got this. And I'll be back in the living room soon, because I'm so incredibly excited to tell you more and more about the horse. All right, the horses. Yeah, there were two. All right, thanks. Bye.